when I look at like being a father sinner, man, when I look at, man, that people lost their lives for people to say peace God, peace earth, like I don't take that lightly, yo. Like, you know how much integrity you have to lose your life and stand on those squares against all odds, right? Like it was a brother that I ran. I came across his name in some history. He was from Philly. I think it was in '71 or '72. It was say Tualaw, and he got killed in the penitentiary system in Pennsylvania because the Muslims told him to say stop saying he was a law.
Mm.
This in the '70s, early '70s, yo. And he didn't stop saying it, and they killed him. Right. So it's like, how many people would say I would do that same fortitude? I can't say I would have did it, right? Because you can't say what you would do unless you in that situation, right? So the fact that people have died, even the guards that was in prison, the level of oppression guards went under for decades just to live this culture and show and prove what we wasn't and what we were, right? To where you had a lot of people tap out. So the guards that didn't tap out, it wasn't easy. So it was like, if you got knowledge of self through the fire, right? You got it through the fire. The way you value it is going to be different than somebody else that got it differently.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, true indeed.
Right. So it's like I've seen brothers go from 85 through the process of God, right? And I'm not talking about the ones that fell off, became gang members, became whatever they became, homos, religious people, but the ones that steadfast. And then the other gods that came into the culture when we was at high level of oppression. You know how much you really want to have knowledge. So if you see, yo, these people are being oppressed by the system because they saying that the black man is God. I want to be that. Right? Because I understand that they are speaking the truth. And I don't care about what consequences that I'm going to face to have that knowledge and to walk and carry that out.
That takes some kind of
It
fortitude.
take a hell of a fortitude, right? So it's like, so that's why when you see guards come home from prison, or at least the guards I know that came home from prison, they came home hitting the pavement and getting to it. Right? Because it's like they understand what oppression look like. They understand what having nothing look like, right? And they also understand of, yo, if I showed and prove in there under the worst conditions, why wouldn't I show and prove outside in the free world, the free cipher, right? Nobody knew me out here before I came out here, right? So what did I have to do?
Make yourself known.
And build the equity up in my character. Right? We talk about equity in the house, equity in a thing, but we never talk about the equity in ourselves.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's what I did. I said, hey, let me show and prove, because this is the lifestyle that I chose to live. And if I chose to live it, I might as well live it to the best of my natural ability. And in the process of living it, if somebody else can pick up a jewel, more power to them. Right? Because I ain't in the streets. I ain't on corners. Right? I'll be looking silly being a 50-year-old man.
To be on the corners.
Yeah. Right? So like, you know, there's certain things I'm not doing, right? But that's why I said no matter what we do, we servants of the people, right? We say we know. So when we know, how do we share what we know to the people, right? We do it in our profession, we do it in what we try to build with in our entrepreneurs. Everything we do, it should be, hey, I'm a servant of the people. This is how you don't become a 10%, right? This is how, if you do get certain type of money, you know, okay, I'm a servant of the people. What can I do now? What can I do that I wanted to do when I saw, when I saw the most amazing thing for the culture? I have the resources now, right?
Now, God, see, brothers, you say like talk about in terms of service of in service of the people. A lot of people get service to their appetite.
Well, that's unfortunate, right?
It's very unfortunate.
Right.
And I'm just saying those are the kind of values that I see that brothers have yet to overcome. Like, you know, you come into this culture with a service to your appetite mentality. You know, whether you want to get this language to make records and become a rap star, or you want to get it to just, you know, pimp somebody out, like, or you want to get it to sell, you know, your product to, you know, this community, whatever it is. I like those things. Those are the values that we just, not just as the 5% nation, as a people, black people in general.
Yeah, but where did those values come from, right? Because when we came during the enslavement process, we didn't have those values. After the enslavement process, we didn't have those values.
Oh God, well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Well, if
so,
no, God, well, because God, we were warring amongst each other on the continent.
We're not talking about the continent, right?
Oh no, we're talking about coming over here.
Technically, that's a whole nother conversation. But
no, the reason why I'm tying it in, because I'm just talking about, like, you know, you talk about our values. We didn't like, as if we got those values from the devil. With the devil, we gave the devil everything. So, like, you know,
no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying that when we was in these downtrodden positions, the way we interacted, the way we moved, the way we thought, it was about development, right? That's just like when during the Great Migration from out of the South, right? When sisters or brothers, either they went to New York, Chicago, Detroit, you know what I mean, out west. My family went to New York, Chicago, and Detroit, right? When one of the siblings went there, they went and got the other siblings, right? So they went and got they friends, right? And told them, hey, yo, this is what's going on right here, and they formed communities. So a lot of stuff you see right now, we wasn't even moving out like that. You know what I mean? Look, when you look at even the gangsters, right? Even the gangsters, right? Bumpy Johnson, right? Look at his relationship he had with Malcolm X, right? So it's like it's a level of corruption in our overall collective integrity, man, yes, that we don't even look at, right? So now, yes, so when you see 10 people, right, all 10 supposed to be stand up, right? And then, but we see 10 people, we only see 2 that stand up, right? And we think that that's how it's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be like that. All 10 supposed to be stand up, right? Cause it's like, I can't go nowhere without you. It's a South African proverb in Ubuntu, right? I want to say it right. It says, I am because we are, therefore I am, right? So it's like, I'm nothing without you. And when we everything together, right? So it's like, I don't need to cheat you. I don't need to steal from you.
Yeah, see, right? God, you concluded those, you know, those attributes of righteousness because you have those values. You come with those values. It's like those values have to be taught. So the value of you sitting right here is immeasurable because you like, all right, I'm coming with, this is what I'm coming with, and this is what is needed. and this is an example that I give, right? Whether it be writing books or doing things in the community, you know, doing what you do. But not everybody has those values. That's the thing, you know. That's the main thing. Like I said, like, you know, the appetite. People are in service to their appetite because people are hungry out here, and they haven't evolved to the level to have those values that you're manifesting right now. So, though your book, your work, all that you do, I keep doing it, y'all.
That goes without saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know nothing else, right? So it's like, but this can't be it, yo.
No, it can't be it. It got to be
You
much
see
more.
what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not a pessimistic person, man. I'm an optimistic realist. You know what I mean? You know, and that's just what it is. So I think that, like, people that got like mind have to start interacting more, right? And I think, and it's like I touch on some of that in this book, right? So I don't want to go too far depth in that, but it's like, it's just in our culture, it's different currents. It's just what it is, right? And it's like, and if a person can't see that, then they're blind, right? Because if you saying that I have to demonstrate myself the way you said somebody else said that the father said back in 1964, and we in 2025, right? And our experience is different, our insight is different, our generational experience is different, as well as our individual experience is different, right? And then you can't say that your understanding is the best understanding, and then when I manifest that understanding, it's now cipher. That's an oxymoron, right? If you saying that because this God did this like this, so I'm gonna do this like this. You know, these guards at 15, 14, when they was they had to leave their house because their parents were swine eaters and they couldn't administer how they wanted to live in their parents' house, and they had to leave out the house, so they band together and they rented rooms. They ate beans, they ate bread, right? Because this is what they had to do, right? They was young. So you can't tell me as a 50-year-old man, I'm supposed to live like that. I'm supposed to let all these brothers, these guards, in my house, right? Because this was going on. No, you a grown person now. We're not children.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mega did this.